Hey guys, welcome to week 3 of Crush It Camp. We're going to talk about follow-up on Fleek, okay? So this is probably the most important part of your business. Hostess coaching being number 1, the party, and then the follow-up. That is how I've built a big team, is by following up with every single customer. Okay, so here are things that I think are key to following up. One is that you have a VIP group in place, okay? So you have a closed group on Facebook with people that have ordered from you and friends and family. That's gonna be your VIP group. So when I'm done with the party, I'll text my hosts like a thank you, thanks for partying with me. Can you please add your customers that were at the party, your party people is what I call them. Can you please add your party people to my VIP group, okay? So that's step 1. So you're kind of following up with the people in your VIP group by doing, maybe you do a tip every week, you do some giveaways in there, you do some reminders on how to clean their Norwex. So there's a lot of good following up things that happen in your VIP group, and these people are always seeing those things you post in there. That's like a way to follow up with people. That's not like a one-on-one. So they're getting follow up through your VIP group. The second way I follow up with people is by texting them. So after every party, I will always text my host once she gets her goods, like, hey, how are you loving everything? So I text my host and she's like, I love it. My friends can't stop talking about it. I'm like, that's amazing. I'm gonna text all your friends now and see how they're liking it. So I will sit down with all of the order forms and I will sit in my bed like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and I will just individually text each person, and I make a message and I put it in like my notepad of my phone so I can just copy and paste it, and then I'll change a few things and then send them the text. So here's something that I would send. I'd be like, hey Pat, it's Allison Walsh from Katie's Norwex Party. I hope you're loving all of your goods, specifically your hand towel. I know you really wanted to put a fun color in your bathroom. Are you obsessed yet? ? So that's kind of like a text that I will send them, and I will look at what they ordered, and usually I have notes on my sheets that if they want like a really nice bathroom hand towel, or if they like their windows to be streak-free, or if they're like obsessed with their floors, I'll usually write something on their order form so that when I follow up with them, I put that piece in there so it's more personalized and individualized. Does that make sense? So I will text every person. I always end with a question mark because it makes people feel like they need to respond. And I send them a fun graphic. You guys have seen the graphics before, but I'll upload them in this thread. And when they respond, this is what I ask, okay? So for example, the Pat text. Let's say she responds like, yes, I love my hand towel. It's so pretty in my bathroom. I'm so glad I got it. I will respond back by saying, that's amazing. Those hand towels are bomb. Hey, have you ever considered the Norwex business opportunity? ? Yep. Every person I ask that question. Unless they don't respond back to me. If they don't respond back to me, I'm not like, hey, want to join or want to book a party? I don't just randomly ask them that. But if they respond back to me in a positive way, like I love it, it's going great, I like it, I've used it, any positive response, I will follow up with, have you considered the business opportunity? If they say, you know what, it's just not for me, I'll say, you know what, that's no problem. Have you considered booking a party instead? That way you can get tons of Norwex? ? Okay. So if they respond back no to that one, I'll say, you know what, totally fine. Maybe we can book out later on or consider the opportunity later on when things are better for you. But here's my VIP group. I do lots of fun giveaways in there, and I hope to see you in there. And I'll send them a link to my VIP group. So that's kind of like how my system of follow-up goes. Okay, now there's something else that I do before, like this is like when I follow up with them all, when they get their products, okay? Because I do direct shipping. Sometimes you'll meet a guest at a party and you'll like click with them, or you're overhearing what they're saying. So for example, sometimes at parties you're like, oh, are you a stay-at-home mom? What do you do for work? People will talk to you with things like that. And so I'll write it down on order forms when the people leave. And sometimes that night I will even go home and text like someone that I met at the party and say like, hey, I know we were talking, you're a stay-at-home mom, I'm a stay-at-home mom too. Have you considered the Norwex business opportunity? Would that be something that would work for you? And if they say no, they say no. But most often they'll say, well, I thought about it, or I've considered it before, or, you know, I'm not a good seller. And that way you can kind of like talk to them about, you know, how Norwalk's not about selling, it's about sharing, and how you make your own schedule so it's super flexible. Your income is really great. If you do 4 average parties, it's $800 a month. Who wouldn't love that? So you can kind of talk people out of their hesitations by asking the question. So I do that a ton of times, because there's usually like a handful of people that you'll talk to and you'll connect with, and you'll hear that they need extra money, or they want to go on vacation, or they're a stay-home mom, or they hate their job, or whatever. And then when you get home that night or the next night, I literally just look at their order form and text them, and be like, hey, this is Allison Walsh. I met you at the party last night, and we were talking about blah, blah, blah. Have you considered the Norwex business opportunity? I just ask, you know? So follow-up is super, super important. That's how I get almost all of my recruits, is through follow-up, and it's super important. Now, if you have more than 4 parties a month, maybe you have 6 now, or you have 8, you want to look into something that's a bit more automated that can help you, because, you know, when you're doing 4 parties a month, it's fine to sit down with all your order forms and check in with them via text message, but it's really hard to do the 2-day, 2-week, and 2-month, the 2-2-2 that Norwex wants you to follow. It's really hard to do that when you have 8 parties or more every single month, because then you have stacks of follow-up that you haven't done in like a month, and it's hard to like go back and be like, hey, I was supposed to follow up with you, but here I am now, which you can always do. But it's really nice if you have a lot of parties. You can invest in something called Project Broadcast. It's a $10 a month app, and Ellie talked about it last week, and I kind of mentioned it in her thread, that it's really fantastic. I am using that now, and I play something called the Optic Scarf game, and it's quite amazing. So during my party, I do a Safe Haven demo, and I play the catalog game. And so during my party, I'll do, you know, the butter demo. I will send 4 people on field trips to clean butter off surfaces I've already buttered. Then I do the dust mitt, and I do the chicken demo. After that, I say, okay, everyone, it's time for a break. Go grab a drink, a snack, your phone, and come right back. So as soon as they come back, which they're pretty quick about, because I tell them it's a game, you're going to win something for free, I want you to pull up your text message, okay? So everyone pulls up a blank text. I want you to send it to this number, and I give them my Project Broadcast number, 716-445, blah, 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 okay? In that message, I want you to text me this word, and you cannot add any emojis, no capital letters, text me this word only, and the word is winner. So they text the word winner to me, and then whoever gets it to me first, it's basically based off of their, I don't know what that's called, system? Like if they're AT&T, Sprint, whatever, some phones are faster than others. It's not always the person that's the fastest typing, if that makes sense. So whatever message I get first, I say, oh, whose number is 716-380-5641? And they're like, it's me. Congratulations, you won a free optic scarf. And before I do this like thing I just talked to you about, I pass out optic scarves to everybody. I usually bring like 8 or like 6, and they clean their phones real quick, and then I say, here, now we're gonna play the game. So it makes everyone want an optic scarf, you know? But that's fun because I have it tagged into Project Broadcast with the word winner. I created a tag so that once they text that word winner, they're automatically added to a campaign I created, and they get a text 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months after the party. I don't have to sit down and do this anymore. So I love that it's automated for me. But what I will do, like I said, is when I go home and I met someone at a party, I will go home and I will talk to them that night or the next day, and I will ask them about the opportunity. If they tell me no, guess what? I don't care. Okay? The more people you ask, the more people you'll have say yes. So that's kind of like the magical part about recruiting, is the more people you ask, the likelihood of your percentage going up is higher, right? So you just gotta ask. Don't be a sissy, just ask. So that's kind of what I do for follow-up. I will put all of the ways I follow up with people below, and make sure you comment. I will upload homework as well. Bye, guys.